Hello, this is one of the last vlogs I will do in this workshop because I'm going to dismantle this any day now. It's 1 month left before we are going to be out of this house. So I just want to make a workshop tour for anyone who's interested and also to document for me what is good and what is bad and what I want to keep and what could be done differently in my next location. So this vlog is all about my workshop. So let's get to it immediately. So immediately when you come in, we have some shelves on the left. There's a passageway into more just place to put stuff. So I began with these shelves just from IKEA, the absolute cheapest kind, and it is not a good way to store stuff. Let's just keep it at that. I tried with these blue boxes, also from IKEA. These ones, you can buy them for just over $1, I think, in the US. And well, it's good for record players and all these odd stuff that you really can't put anywhere else. On the right side, I have the organizational system that I use most nowadays. So at my work, we get everything is shipped in these boxes. Like as anything's bigger than a dime is sent in one of these boxes. I don't know why, but our distributor does this. So what I noticed is you can actually collapse them back, and you just press a bit and then you have a box. So, and this believe it or not, I'm going to keep this because uniformity is key when it comes to storage, and having all these boxes the same size is great. You can put them high, and you can put them in down here. I have them in shelves like this, and you can just pull one out and they just fall back into place, and when you're done you put it back in. So really great boxes for organizing things. On the right side is parts of my music studio, so that is not up and running at the moment because, well, we got kids and I got thrown into this little place in the basement, so there really is no space for having the music part of the studio up. Well, here's a TV, which actually it's from my mother-in-law. She had it standing, and the foot of the TV broke and it fell on the floor, and she didn't want it anymore. So I got it to see if it works, and it works perfectly. So I have a TV to put somewhere. This is a modular synthesizer I'm building, and then just a sound card and some synthesizers. Lots of synthesizers. So we're in the work area more kind of place. So this is where I do most of my videos, and this is where I work. So on the left, more synthesizers. keyboards and stuff. And this is I saw this in another YouTube video, and I went straight to eBay to buy some of these. These are shoe organizers, so you're supposed to put shoes in here, and they used it for tools, and so do I, because it is really good. You really see all the tools, and they're still very much organized. So if you want something, if I want to solder, I just get my soldering iron out, and when I'm done, I put it back in. There's my hot glue gun. You know I like that one, so it's close to me. And yeah, all the tools and cables I might need. Moving along, here's all my component boxes. So I've organized it quite recently. I think if you follow my videos, you've seen during the last year I've really organized this up. So really good thing to have if you have lots of components and want to keep them kind of in some kind of order. We move to the right, and here is the second or third type of boxes. So this is what I actually started with, and this was at work. We bought iPads, and the third generation iPads came in these boxes, and a bigger box with 5 of them, of these smaller boxes, and inside this box was the iPad box. So lots of boxes. I like this because I only have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, because that's how many we got, 30 of them. So, but what is really good with this is that each of these big boxes becomes a shelf for the smaller boxes. So you just take this out, and you open up, take what you need, and you put it back in, like a shelf. So really good. This is a very inexpensive way to organize your stuff. So as long as I don't earn $1 million or something, well, you don't need that much to organize stuff. But anyway, I'm going to keep these ones as well until I find a better organizational system. But for now, this works great. Up here we have a quadcopter, and what do you know, a synthesizer. Down here we have this is the Makesmith CNC machine, and here is some projects ongoing or in the pipeline. I will have to remove that or put it in a box now, because we'll solve that in some other way. Also on the left here I have some tools that I use, which I don't want to have over here, but even more close. And more of these boxes standing here. Here's some lunch boxes that I have my projects in right now. So all the USB keyboard is in here. Here's the Cylon scanner, and yeah, that. These are not optimal either, because they're not completely square and stuff like that. But before, when I wanted a little bit smaller boxes than this is what I had. And what do we have then? Then we have our discovery, the paste extruder, which I have connected to my Makibox 3D printer, which I'm not done with that yet. I got I got distracted and it's just standing there, so I'm working on that. And here's the M3D 3D printer, which I won in a contest a while back, which I also bought a lot of filament for. And let's move in a bit more. So here's my stack of hard drive. So there's just a bit over 10 terabytes of data there. That's amazing. The storage always just keeps on growing and growing and growing. And well, I just keep stacking hard drives there. So and then there's just a regular printer, of course, for printing stuff, and my subwoofer. And I actually, in the roof recently, let's see, so here's one and here's one. So I installed roof speakers instead. That is to keep the noise down in the rest of the house. It's the noise or the sound comes down directly where I sit, so I get a really loud and clear sound of the music I'm listening to or whatever, and the rest of the house don't have to hear that much of it. And then there's the computer, of course. I also have a MacBook, which an old one, which I use for post-production of the videos, but I usually don't sit down here. I usually sit somewhere else in the house. When it comes to trying to organize a bit here, I put all the router and the USB hub, and also there's one. Used my hot glue gun and put them on the sides and on top here. It's a really good way to attach stuff to this kind of furniture, because if you want to take it away, you just take a hot air gun and you just make the glue a bit warm, and then you can easily take it off, or you just rip it off. Usually I haven't, at least on this very smooth surfaces, it hasn't left a mark yet. So this is my studio at this very moment, or workshop. Studios, workshop, it's, for me, it's they go into each other, and hopefully I will get a lot more space than this in my next location, which will help me expand this to something even better. But with this, I'm sad to say that we have to leave this workshop, and hope to see you soon someplace else. So until then, take care, bye. Oh, and Happy New Year.